NFL 24. And we've got the Nighthawks Offensive Player of the Year. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Nighthawks and the Broncos. Next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Nighthawks of Rio de Janeiro. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Rio de Janeiro team.
The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team. The world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks led to the loss.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That time on 2nd down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. That one's complete to Tomlinson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nolan Smith, now 2 sacks for him already. first quarter of play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
McKinnon here, it's complete. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Looking to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Nolan Smith.
What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Flush to his right.
Down the sideline he goes.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
2nd and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Nighthawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting.
Into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go.
They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Pick-6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw is Fields.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Hey, look at this defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
And calling a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
4 sacks and a safety already. If you gave your coach those numbers in an entire game, he'd be ecstatic. Getting that type of production in less than a half of football, that goes beyond anything they expected coming in.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd and 9 here. Fields now to throw.
Steps away, and the pressure gets to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, this is taken at the 23. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
Well, they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And his throw here is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and that will keep this a 12-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. A solid stiff arm. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Nolan Smith in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Nolan Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Nighthawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it as we resume action.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did. Good. I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And this offense on third down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Under pressure.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
23 yards to pick up there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0.
And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. He stiff arms him. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Nighthawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drives 7 plays in length. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Nolan Smith in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing...
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Nighthawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now it's Fields. And he's going to go down again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. The race is on. Touchdown! A big play there. 98 yards. And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 112 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards on the pickup there. They'll keep it on the ground. Cotton. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Nighthawks are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Fields.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they...
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally he has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag.
Easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because they're
focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
And And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. 230 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll run on first down. Cotton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Nighthawks just continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Here's Fields.
Short throw to Smith. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A nice gain of 21 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And another fine run there. This one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another first down.
On first down, Cotton.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. James has got it. Complete. And touchdown!
And the Nighthawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. Fields on third down. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. K.J. Hamler, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
This taken in at the goal line.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game.
Taking it right down Broadway.
He's got a full head of steam on his horse.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. 99 yards.
And the Nighthawks have got it on cruise control.
Now you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Extra point up and through. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
On first down, Fields.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now Fields.
Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. So a change of possession here on the punt.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Fields, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Nighthawks extend their lead yet again.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the 1st half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And nothing doing here as this time the run made to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields. That is caught. There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that'll be caught.
And they rattle off a big one. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Nighthawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down. Back to throw. Fields. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That'll be caught by James. Now he's loose again.
Touchdown! A big play there. 93 yards.
And the Nighthawks are pouring it on.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A third down now. And those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be taken at the 10. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow.
And they will take over first and 10. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3.
It got his man complete.
There he goes again.
Touchdown. A great play there. 94 yards.
And the Nighthawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Now a first down throw. Fields.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long. Fields escaping the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Nighthawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Fields.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll look to throw here.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown. A great effort there. 89 yards.
And the Nighthawks have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Rio offense set to take over.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season?
those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On second down, Cotton. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Nighthawks extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of...
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost instant.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Here's Fields. This will be caught. Judy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on third down to keep the drive going. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Cotton, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Nighthawks continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll run on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now it's Fields. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks just continue to roll. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. On 1st down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because Your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game,
and oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 2nd down now, Cotton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Nighthawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And shutting him off, now open field.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this one caught downfield by Evans. Look at the big man rumble.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And coming out now, the Broncos.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's pulled in at the 32.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On play action, they'll throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But
and they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.